Greetings, sending awesome, warm, positive vibrations. This is Body-Culinary, and I thought I would pop in really quick to answer a few questions from some subscribers. So, shout out to a lot of subscribers that have decided to come over and check out um, my content, my simple content over here in this little corner of the internet. So, I'm going to answer some questions today. Someone's asking some questions about how often I wash my hair. And it's like, it's so funny. I giggle at some of these questions. I really feel like I really don't do much. I actually do less and less. And today has been a long day. So this is a great example of how this freedom hair, how it works for me. So it's been a very long day. I wake up very early uh, to teach the Harriet squats, the 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time workout. Right, it's a nice tootsie roll of cardio, dynamic flexibility, and strength training, just with your body weight, and maybe a couple other things that you find around the house. But it's really such a phenomenal release. And shout out to all the women early this morning that have joined me, and also shout out one of the women this morning. She had some great information about seeds. And this is why I love community coming together around those three lifestyle practices: garden therapy, peaceful consumption, food that loves you back, and creating a personal movement practice. So tune in if you like. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I'm Body-Culinary professional chef, personal trainer, natural born woman, naturally born with womb and arteries, which I really appreciate. Shout out to you, whatever your expression is. All are welcome here as long as we're respectful, because there's so much we can learn from each other as humans, right? So, on this channel, I share some of my journey of radical self acceptance, appreciating and celebrating the features that I have been divinely assigned while here on earth. I know that at some point, we will all will lay down these coats called the body. We'll take them off, boop, and lay them down sooner or later. So, while I'm here, I have decided to embrace health and confidence over someone else's made up moving goalposts of beauty. That's just, I'm keeping it simple over here. And I look forward to, and I'd like to, and I'm intentional about looking forward to the different phases of life, right? We have that young gal phase, we have that puberty phase, we have that young maiden phase and woman phase, childbearing phase. And I've given birth at home and breastfed, which was a really wonderful experience. And there's so much more. There's so much more. So, this is a journey of radical self acceptance. I have very, very fine hair, cottony hair. I've gone through all of the trials and challenges of a chocolate Afro woman with this kinky hair. Burns from an extremely hot, dangerous hot comb. It's part of culture. It is what it is, right? Now we have more technology. People are doing silk press and all of that. Shout out to them, to creativity. Then I had severe chemical burns all over my scalp. Those scabs were plastered. Very painful, actually very traumatizing. Then I had my hair pulled out, almost like felt like my brains were being pulled out from braids that they look cute, but they were too tight. Had Vaseline, ice cubes, and everything on it. So that's very traumatic. So to willingly submit myself to more self-inflicted torture to look good for who, for what, I'm just not down for it. I can appreciate the creativity. I can appreciate makeup. Maybe, sometimes I'll play a little bit of mascara or whatever. However, my priority is really being able to be comfortable in my skin, be comfortable and okay with myself going outside without makeup. I had a tremendous amount of acne and dark marks, so I feel very grateful that my organs inside are working, that my skin is still working, and I'm listening to the communications that my skin and adipose tissue in my body, it's talking to me. So I have decided to listen, because a hard head makes a soft behind. I don't know if you have ever heard that. So that's what I share on this channel. Those three lifestyle practices again: garden therapy, a personal movement practice, and peaceful consumption. Right. So if you're interested in this kind of content, stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe. It's been an extremely busy season in the garden, classwork, teaching early in the morning. So you can always catch me early. I'm a super early bird. That is the power hour, the most powerful, quiet, peaceful time of the day to me is 4 o'clock in the morning. Has been for years. Was for my grandma Lou too. All right, so I'm going to answer some things that people have been asking me. One, someone asked about. I'm just coming from a long day, but I thought I'd pop in. Someone has asked me about the shampoo that I use. Oh, something's in my eye. A long eyelash. Somebody asked me about the shampoo that I use, and I don't think they could find it, but it's there. It's in the community section, so you just have to scroll, 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 scroll. If you scroll all the way down, you'll see pictures of my face with all that dark marks and stuff on it, and that cystic acne and whiteheads and all of that. You know, not for me to shame myself, but that is what it was, and it took me years to figure out. Excuse me, I have an eyelash in my eye. It took me years, my own eyelashes. It took me a while to figure out what that was. And by the way, I took off my dress. I have on one of my own designs, my other African print dresses, no earrings, and it's a joy to be able to be free, comfortable in your own skin. So in any event, if you scroll all the way down, you'll see that shampoo. That's the only shampoo that I use. I used to use, there was a period where I tried VO5 and all these tutti frutti, kiwi, apple, inexpensive shampoos, and I can feel there is a dramatic difference in the feel of my hair, especially not having oil inside of it. I can feel that my hair would become very dry and brittle. So I have found they do strip. The detergent is so harsh, it strips your hair. So if you're perhaps considering trying out no oils, and I used to use castor oil, coconut oil, and olive oil, mostly olive oil and some coconut because I love the scent of coconut oil. But I did find that although they felt very soothing going on, eventually my hair got very stiff, and it attracted a lot of dirt and lint. So now my fine hair is it's fluffy and light. It's ideal for exercise. It doesn't hold odors, and when I sweat from a vigorous joyous movement practice, aka exercise, it evaporates quickly. It dries quickly after washing because I don't have the oil in it. I can see what my natural color looks like. And as I said in the previous video, I think this is one of the most restful. I know people say protective styling. I make an effort to think about my words, right? I think this is one of the most restful styles and options for those of us with fine hair, and especially fine, kinky, cottony textured hair. Some people might call this for C, D, blah, blah, whatever. It's fine, it's cottony, it's kinky, it's nappy. I embrace all of it, and I intend on embracing it when it goes white, which that is going to happen. So that's the only shampoo I use. Someone asked, let's see if I can find. The same person also asked, how often do I wash my hair? So I've gone through different periods. There have been periods where and I've shared on some of my videos, washing, water, bathing, luxuriating in a shower meditation, letting water run over my head, warm water, is extremely relaxing. So I always keep my ears and eyes peeled for what feels good to me. In addition to food, I am trained as a chef, a professional chef. Food is very sensual. To me, it's very experiential. However, I also come from a family pattern of morbid obesity and self-soothing with food. So I like to be on the lookout for what things make me feel very calm and nurtured and nourished without eating all the time. So one of those practices are my shower relaxation and shower meditation. So that being said, it feels really good to me to massage and to wash my hair. So there have been times, and it gets really, really hot where I am currently, where I've washed my hair 2-3 times a week. So I've noticed, because eventually over time, you'll listen to your hair, and hopefully you'll listen to your body, your hair, and your skin. I can just feel it doesn't need that. I don't need to strip it down as I did once when I had Twinkie syndrome. And there's a video on his channel about that, my hair when it felt waxy, and it was only natural oil in it. So one time it was feeling kind of waxy. And so somehow that was just from all the oil. So I don't have to strip it because I'm not putting anything in it. And then, again, I have certain simple principles. I like simplicity. a lot of principles that they save you so much time, so much energy of trying to do something. When certain things are just clear, clarity is worth its weight in gold. When you are clear, you can stop a lot of mentally debilitating struggle and trying to do something. At least that's my perspective, how my brain works. So the same principle applies with food. If I don't put highly processed or processed foods at all, because that's the only thing that cleared up my skin was 100% living foods. That's what worked for me, not any products, health food store or drugstore. When I don't put things, substances masquerading as food in my body, then I don't have to work hard to get that stuff off. So many of us never fully go through the full detox process. We'll pay a lot of money for kits and programs and meal plans and exercise plans, but never remove what caused the issues in the first place. We always keep some of it there, you know. And it's a whole nother thing when you remove them. So I don't eat any processed foods, which to me, I'm so grateful. It's like a miracle because I was really addicted to junk food. So that same principle applies with my hair. If I don't ever put oil and stuff in it, I don't have to worry about doing a major detox and stripping my hair. I found even with the apple cider vinegar, my hair cannot take a lot of stripping. It's fine and it's very delicate. Actually, I used to find I could run my hands through my hair and it would pop, pop, pop. It could just break off. So that could have been from a lot of handling, a lot of stripping. This here, I find it just can't take it. It doesn't like it. It's expressed it to me numerous times. So I would say now I don't wash it as often. There have been periods where I would rinse it with water. There are periods every now and then where I make water-based gels from the nopales in my yard. That cactus. There's a video on this channel for that. This aloe. And the nopales and the aloe, I've started from little teeny tiny pieces and grown like hundreds of them in my yard. It's also medicine and filtered water. So I really like the idea. I like to tune into my great grandma Jean and my great grandma Mackie and my grandma Lou. All of them were in their 90s. So those women that lived almost 100, they couldn't shop with everybody. They really had to manage their resources. So I'm always thinking, like, what would grandma do? Right? They weren't wasteful and they were really industrious and really creative with what was accessible to them. So that is the mindset I like to tap into. That being said, now, I never thought I would say because I enjoy washing my hair so much, but I just don't feel the need to wash it as much, right? And I haven't even been rinsing it. And I have been exercising and moving vigorously every morning. Every morning. Shout out to Harriet Squats. Hey. So every morning, and my hair doesn't feel unclean. It doesn't have, it smells light and fresh and airy. Again, I think it's because I'm not putting anything in it. So maybe once every 2 weeks or every 2.5 weeks for a wash. And then there are periods where I would just wash slash rinse it with nettle is in the yard. No, not nettle. Right now I have neem, I have rosemary, I have mint. There's some other herbs in there as well. There's sage that's also growing out in the yard. So it feels great because they're growing right out in the yard. And I encourage, right, garden therapy. I can pick what I need. I don't, and so it's nice. The plants are nice and fresh. So I don't have to have a whole lot of plants that I'm picking and drying. I can still get a lot of that fresh essential oils because I can just pick it right out of the yard. That's why I'm encouraging you all to start your garden. Everybody can grow something, right? So, you'll really have to listen to your hair. But I've gone through periods where I've washed it more often. I can even remember times where I was washing it. I would just let my hair run underneath the water every day. So I don't feel the need to do that now. It feels very light, fluffy. It doesn't feel stripped at all. It just feels, I don't know, it just feels good. Feels good. So let's see what else. 2013 Love My says, would love a video when you shop for your dainty jewelry. You have some beautiful pieces. Love the necklaces. My necklaces, my homie, my sister, she's a jewelry designer. I don't like a whole bunch of stuff on me. Recently, I've been wearing a little bit more jewelry as I've been going out. I'm the person I like to be real simple. I don't like to, how can I say? I don't want to focus on just what I don't like, but I prefer jewelry that allows me to move and dance at the drop of a dime. I don't like stuff getting caught in my hair or too much of a big ado. I like functional jewelry. right? Because my hands are in soil, my hands are in food, I'm on the floor doing yoga. I do like bracelets, but then also I can get very hot and sweaty. And I'm very active. So I need things that are very functional. However, I do like unique little pieces that are handcrafted. So I have things that are really years old that if I see something really special, or I've had some gold cowrie shells that my sister that's a jewelry designer made me seem dainty, and those are like my pearls, right? Oh, what am I talking about? Also, these are some of my own designs. What planet am I on? So this is my design. I love cowries. These are my pearls, right? The cowrie shell, which represents the womb and femininity. And this is nice and light, so I can get sweaty with this. And periodically, I will shine this. Also, there are several custom pieces that I have made dedicated to this hair, this kinky fro. So they're afro, and it should be up on Etsy. If it's not up on Etsy, I'll put it back up on my shop. I've just been so busy, but these are like my own little designs. When I left high-end gyms and started training more clients in their homes, I decided after spending 100 and something dollars for Lululemon that I would make my own fitness gear. So a lot of times I'll make my own little dresses and my own accent, put my own stuff out there, right? Creating my own narrative. I'm big on creating my own narrative. So yes, this is mine. How did I forget that? From every now and then, my sister, she makes jewelry, so I'll go fishing around in her stuff and I'll make a ring out of a cowrie or something. I like to make what I like and what I want to see represented out there. So shopping today, though, this weekend, I have seen some really lovely, I'm sure it's made locally, some women locally have made some really nice African print earrings that are calling to me, because they will go, greetings, Tiade. Hey, Dora. Greetings, Carolyn. Because they will go with my homemade little dresses. So I like to reinvent pieces. I love some vintage clothing. And I was a person that spent a lot of money on a lot of clothes. And shout out to my young flowers. All that stuff went in the garbage. So although I really enjoy fashion, I encourage you to be creative with fashion. A lot of things I don't value anymore. That stuff is land. That is travel. So to spend a gazillion dollars on a bag, that does not, it doesn't move me. I will spend money on my food, on my seeds, on travel. My priorities are totally different. And I will say, for years, my priority has been my health, because if your body can achieve a natural weight, I don't have to keep buying clothes all over again. I can keep rocking the same things for years. And I am the person, I go to the tailor to reinvent my stuff, or to make it from a dress to a skirt, or I'll wear things as a skirt, a dress. I'll turn it into a head wrap. So I like to be creative and reinvent and repurpose things that I already have. I'll turn it into an apron. I have my own fitness pants with my African print. So, and I shop in my own closet. Let's see. Since the sun gave me a nice tan, I don't need to wear foundation. Hey. And so eating fruits and vegetables, my number one product is my food. And one video I said, oh, I wish I knew about this way of wearing my hair as a child. Now, actually, I did come across some of my cousins. One, shout out to my cousin Linda. She should ever watch this. I've told her and my auntie Joanna, two of my inspirations. My auntie Joanna, she gave me cornrows, and I felt like a star with red and white beads so I could shake them when I played double dutch. And my cousin Linda, my cousin Joanne, and I had a cousin Jeanette, and I only met them later. And then my cousin Linda, though, I had never seen a Black woman with big, her hair was so much long, even though it was long, the longest I've ever seen it, but I had never seen a Black woman with big natural hair. She had locks. And my dad is from Barbados, so I heard folks talking as a little girl saying that dirty Ross locks and so on. And I remember thinking as a little girl, I was like, her hair isn't dirty, because when she would get out of the shower and she put this oil in her hair that smelled, oh my gosh, that scent, I've spoken about it before, is one of the most divine scents I have ever smelled. So she would she washed her hair and she would take off her scarf and she was shaking up her knot. She was shaking her hair and it was so shiny and oiled and pretty. And I was like, her hair isn't dirty. And I'm a little girl and I said, Daddy, can I have my hair like that? And he said, you better never put those dirty Ross locks in your hair. You never get that penny from me. So that was it. So I did get to see that one woman, and that stayed in my eyes, right? Her wearing her natural, shiny, kinky, shiny cottony full. I had never seen that before. I had never seen that before. That was like, so well, the children are watching. The children are watching. I'm not anti anyone. I'm not interested in being the hair police or the food police. So we have options and we're all on a journey. I had a Jerry curl and a gold tooth. Yes, I did. Some people don't believe me. I went through all that. And looking back, I was mimicking. We're affected by popular culture and the hip hop people. Do you remember the hip hop magazines and the beauty magazines? You'd have all those pictures on your wall. So we mimic. Yes, we do. We copy as human beings. So I wish I knew as a child, or I wish I could have worn my hair like this as a child, because it could have grown down to the floor and I could have cut it several times. And I remember in African dance class, I've seen several young women who their hair was beautiful, lush locks, no pain, no singed ears. And it's so wonderful to see young women regal. Like, representation matters. I can appreciate slanted eyes, stunning, and aquiline noses or whatever, but I'm always like, where's our stuff? Who has it in their best interest to represent this but us? I'm just saying. So what else is somebody saying? Love your crown, blessed queen, from Meryl Hayden. Thank you. Somebody has some other questions. Let's see if I can access them. Somebody asked me something about the shampoo, how often I wash my hair, styling, because I am super, when I tell you I'm super simple, I'm not kidding. I am super simple. I'm not with the stress. There's only so many hours in the day. Today was such a long day. I don't know what I would do if I had to get a workout in and sweat that out, and then um, take care of the garden, go to another town several hours away for a special event, and got compliments on my nappy hair. Thank you. Thank you. It's this, if I really think about it, it's really something to have Black African men say, wow, I really love your hair. Hey. Want to touch my hair. And I have to say, when my hair was bald or like a little peach fuzz, barely anything on it, I've always gotten compliments with my natural hair. I could never imagine that you could not pay me. There's not enough money to pay me to not rock my knots, whether it's short, long, medium, double strand twists. When I used to go into the gym, I couldn't cornrow, but I could figure out the double strand twist. I have never, and I've been to a few countries, gone anywhere where I haven't received compliments on my hair. So this is a unique DNA marker over here. And it's all flat. And I'm not stressing myself out. Why? No, they're all flat. They grow together. I'm embracing this, honey. I will throw flowers in my hair all day. And when I used to do fitness competitions, I was determined. I said, I'm going to be the young woman that's coming up. It's a few more people doing it now. In the fitness industry, I find that most of our women wind up getting our breasts augmented and having silicone put in our breasts, because women become very self-conscious. Isn't it interesting? You're exercising to get really lean and ripped, and then you become self-conscious about something else, and now you become very lean, and then you put silicone, into your breasts. Again, not making it bad or wrong. I once thought about a lift. I'll be very honest with you. If you stay in a certain culture long enough, your eyes start to change, your aesthetic can change, but I always pull myself back. One, when I learned they have to remove your areola from here and put it there, that's a no-go. We're not cutting and pasting my areola. No. This is precious. We're not doing that. That was one. And then I'm like, what if you don't like it? And I've also had certain clients that are malpractice lawyers. And they have said to me over the years, never get a surgery that's elective. It's actually really, really dangerous. So that's my experience. You may have a different experience. I do sometimes feel concerned as I watch a lot of younger women not making themselves bad or wrong, but making permanent alterations to our bodies when it is likely, you may not see it, but likely you're going to go through so many different phases and changes of mindset. And you want to try things on throughout your journey. So if I had to speak to my younger self, I would tell myself not to make permanent changes. Like, let's say, for example, with the tattoos. At 16 and 17, do you need to tat everything up? No, why not just get some safe? Because there are some unsafe hennas. I would say to my young flowers, or I would even go with my daughter or my nieces to get henna, and we can have fun having henna tattoos that are safe, so you can move the tattoos around. I don't know if folks ever think about what some of these things are going to look like when we age, because we will all age. I don't know what's happening here. It seems like there is where we've come to a point where there is a disdain, a distaste for what natural human beings look like. That's that's cause for concern, especially as someone that is intentionally protective of my esteem and the undertone of messages that are coming at me as folks or companies and entities look to peddle and market products to me that are supposed to be solving a problem, yet I'm keen to patterns, which when you're on the planet for a while, you start to acquire hard earned butt kicking life wisdom, right? Your eyes start to change. You have a different frame of reference. So I can hear patterns of people offering, sharing things with me that would compromise my health or my motor skills. You're sharing toxic treats with me. So I got to look at certain things and certain people sideways when they're offering me a solution that's going to create more problems and a solution that is not sustainable. Y'all feel what I'm saying here? So this is sustainable. And as I've said, if this was hanging on and it's looking like Bozo the Clown and my hairline was back here, I would cut it off. Or I do something creative. Maybe I'd rock a little Hare Krishna or something and curl it for a while. I'd be creative. But more than likely, I'd cut it off. And likely, I have a vision of putting tattoo all over my bald head, my hennas. I would be creative and I'll be funky with what I've got. I feel like, I feel really unique. And I think that is something to be celebrated. I think relaxation is really, really important for all of y'all out there struggling. Perhaps if you're struggling and feeling a way about having a lot of acne, marked, cystic, everything is clear and you got one knuckle on your face with white stuff coming out of it. Uncomfortable. Or if you're uncomfortable with your weight. Folks constantly ask, I've been in the industry, food and fitness and training for years. And most people do not sustain. And most people want a quick meal plan and they want a quick fix. Just tell me something. What did they ask me for? This one they asked me for. She said she was asking me for some kind of dietary supplement. Back in the days, teas and pills and stuff, were popular. Usually not popular amongst Afro women. Usually that's not our culture. Usually other cultures are more with the diet pills and stuff. But anyway, they just wanted a quick fix or solution. I'm thinking like, I just told them honestly, it doesn't work like that. Sometimes also you're compromising your liver and your other organs, right? Divinely planted. What she said that, yes, thank you, divinely planted. That's alarming. Yeah, it is alarming. So I just don't think, and I don't know everything. I'm wise enough to know that I don't know everything, and I don't have the only perspective. However, there's some things I look for patterns, y'all. Young flowers, patterns are your shortcut. At this point, I turned on the volume. I turned down the volume. So when someone is telling me, I'm Christian, I'm Muslim, I'm vegan, I'm this political party, I turn down the volume on everybody. And I look at the behavior, consistent behavior over time. That's what people's religion is, not what they're calling themselves, right? So note to young flowers is what people are doing and how they're living. That's their religion. So all the rhetoric and the dogma it all starts sounding the same to me because I'm just looking at the behavior. The behavior is what levels the playing field. And I also realize I can never know people just through this little small screen. That doesn't even make any sense. You do not know people. And you don't really know people until you live with them. And sometimes you can live with people you don't know them. So it would behoove us, it would benefit us to implement a vetting process for everyone, everything, individuals, politicians, preachers, suitors, companies trying to sell you something. It would greatly benefit us to enact a vetting process, a litmus test for what you will allow into your orifices and here and here and here, in your psyche, your purse, your panties, your pocketbook, a litmus test, right? So while you get all emotional and you may be triggered, so you have something at the as a gatekeeper for your own self, for what you will allow in, for what you will eat. Do you have a litmus test for what goes past your mouth? Does somebody only have to come at you again? I was thinking about this earlier on my trip to this other town. If somebody has gift of gab, why do we give so much? Why do we put people on a pedestal? And this has been me before too, so I'm not above this. But why do we give people so much credence just because they have good game in the mouth? Like we'll believe anything people say to us, if it's just packaged in a way that we like it. And we give people a lot of access to decision making and our money and access to our body parts, our sacred reproductive organs, because they sound good. That's alarming. That is really, really alarming. So I have found that a certain kind of lifestyle or certain litmus tests really help keep my eyes nice and sharp. And believe it or not, y'all, the garden activates so much common sense when you can see how long it takes to nurture plants, especially if it's something that you're going to eat. When you watch how the ants and the worms are interacting, and when things go rotten, when you watch things in their natural state, it kind of melts the bubble of all of this fantasy that we're being sold. We're going to age and we're going to perish as we know it. I know, that may be fearful, that may trigger a fear, yet that is part of the cycle of life. And the acceptance, I like to say radical self acceptance, the acceptance of that can really place you, put you in a place where you can see better folks that are coming to pander to you, right? To have very triggering language to get you on their side, to follow them and give them access to your purse, your panties, your pocketbook, and your psyche. You feel what I'm saying here? So let's see. Were there any more questions today? I just wanted to pop in very quickly about the shampoo. I know some folks are asking me about shampoo. And I even reached out to that one company to see if I could find a code. I don't really endorse anyone. I don't use a bunch of products because I just don't. I threw away the shower caddy and I have no intention on bringing it back. Too much stuff, that's not it. Now, a whole lot of fruits and vegetables, a whole lot of heirloom seeds for the garden, that's a whole nother thing. But a whole lot of products, I just felt suffocated by so much stuff. So I'm prioritizing where I'm placing my time. At least that's what I strive to do, where I'm placing my time and my attention. My movement practice, that's a priority. Fruits and vegetables, that is a priority. Play and being able to lay on the floor and lots of space to play in my home, that is a priority. A lot of other stuff that just don't mean a lot to me because it's not a good investment. My movement practice is an investment. My garden is an investment. So investments, flowers, that is a life principle. Anywhere I'm investing my time, my energy, my attention, even when I'm eating, should give me more back than I'm investing in it. That's a good investment. That's people and anything that I am consuming, whether I'm listening to it, et cetera, et cetera. So only you in your quiet moments can say if you're getting something back for the valuable currency of your time and your attention. We may think it's not monetized, but it is. Check out data mining. So I just wanted to come on and answer that. Maybe some other questions. Let's see if I can see if there's anything else. If anyone has any questions while I'm on, let's see if I can see them here. Tips in short. So I'm trying to find the questions. So I don't totally get it on here. Questions. I can't see it. So if you have more questions, you can place them in the chat. Sometimes I'll come on, I'll answer them. If I don't have time to answer them all, sometimes it's convenient for me to come on and to do a quick video. Again, that shampoo is the only one that I use. Is cruelty free. That's a value for me. That's important to me more than a label. It's cruelty free. It's not tested on animals. It doesn't have any color in it. Doesn't have any sulfates in it to strip the hair. Doesn't have any phthalates, which I don't know what phthalates are, but doesn't have any of that in it. It has a whole list of it. Doesn't have this. It's very simple, not a lot of ingredients, and they're things I can recognize when they break it down. But most of all, I can feel it on my hair. It does not. It cleans my hair and it doesn't strip my hair. That's really important. Again, if you want to endeavor to try on for size, what will happen if you don't add oil to your hair? So I've done this experiment numerous times where I put oil in it, then didn't do it for months, put it in. The oil starts out feeling good, but eventually it feels, my hair starts to feel heavy, which I don't like that feeling. Yeah, it feels heavy, feels clogged. Then I start getting oil here. Yeah, I'm feeling the lightness and not having to do a lot of work. I'm not twisting. I'm not oiling my scalp. I don't have any issues with my scalp. My scalp has never felt better. It feels like it can breathe. I know we were raised with oiling the scalp, but I'm not twisting it for a look. If I twisted, you'd probably see my whole scalp. I'm just not doing all of that. So on a long day, the last thing I want to think about is my hair. When it's time to go jump in a waterfall, I'm invited to a canoe or something special, I'm not thinking about my hair. There are plenty of people that decide not to go to the ruins, which we just went to the Shinantinich, to the Mayan ruins, or it's going to be a rainy day. I can't do anything because of my hair. Last thing we need are more prisons, labels, boxes, and lifestyles that prohibit and inhibit us from playing and relaxation. That's no bueno. We're not doing it over here. So I'm inviting you all to check out the puppet series if you haven't seen it. Yes, there's a puppet series on this channel called Sister Butterfly and Sister Monkey Learn to Eat Better. There are relaxation videos on this channel. If you're interested in checking out, let me see before I get up here, Flower Fit community and coaching, that you'll need the Discord app. Download the Discord app. I'm Body-Culinary. That's my server on there. And you will need, when you go to Body-Culinary, one of the text channels, there's a Flower Fit application. You must fill out an application and a waiver. And I need to identify a name and a face. So I know it's not a bot or a person that has that's not feeling too good about their life and it's just lurking in the shadows. I need to identify a person with an email. Otherwise, the person will not be admitted in, or I will bump them out. So a safe space is extremely important to me. So that's FlowerFit. There is a community-wide portion. There's also paid coaching if you're interested in being coached. Personally, we meet every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. During the week, folks are sharing their results from their heart rate monitor. So we're into positive accountability with the working out. So that's we work out at 5 a.m. Folks are sharing their workouts and also their food. So it can be really inspirational to see how other people are adjusting their meals, right? Beyond a meal plan, that's also available, the 7-day nutritional reset. If you're interested in getting a shopping list, and seeing how it is possible to survive and thrive off of whole, fresh living foods, that's available also at body-culinary.com. There is a raw vegan goddess cakes workshop, because I think you should have treats to look forward to. That's what's kept me on the straight and narrow. Otherwise, I would still be addicted to a lot of junk. There's a guide, Whole Living Food in the Hood. Whole Living Foods in the Hood with menus to fit your budget. That's part 1. You can download that guide. That's available on body-culinary.com. And if you have suffered a lot of acne, as I have, there's also Natural Beauty, no products. So I do put food. I eat it first. That's my first line of defense for my hair and my skin, is I eat the food, whole, fresh, living foods. That's what cleared up my acne, straight up and down, no products. So I use food inside first, and that's what I put on my face and my skin. It's it, simple, no products. Yep, no products at all. It's food. It's food, and then your movement practice helps you to circulate all of that food and bring it up to your scalp and out to your skin, as well as pumping your lymphatic system. So we talk a lot about the lymphatic system on Sundays, right? So we go a lot also into a lot of there are some non-food reasons why we are self-medicating. So we explore that a lot too. A lot of the stuff that's missing, right? Because again, most people, I haven't seen in all these years, that most people do not sustain a healthy lifestyle, and don't sustain it till they get results that they like. I know I am not going to live on a diet. So I really love my lifestyle. Again, that's what keeps me on the straight and narrow. Plus, I like enjoying the size of my small, healthy tetas. Right? I encourage you to do the same. I luxuriate in my own hair, right? I have a sense of pride about having my own hair. I don't think that's a negative thing. I do recognize we're all at different spaces in our journey. So natural bodies, they matter over here in this little corner of the universe. And I really think we need to or we deserve to feel comfortable in our own hair and skin. Comfortable. Not feeling like, oh my gosh, if I take this off. Listen, do you ever listen to your internal dialogue? Oh, I'm going to look ugly. I'm going to look ugly if I don't have all of this on here. You can play. There's nothing wrong with playing creativity. However, There's nothing like really having a spontaneous smile hit your face or pop up on your face as you walk past the mirror, right? And that's what I'm looking. Can you sustain that when at the time when you're going to get wrinkles and you get stretch marks and you get a pimple? Can you still feel good about yourself? See, that's my concern, right? If you feel like you are less than, right? If you are single, if you're not in a relationship, or you feel not chosen, that internal dialogue, right? Which will trigger a lot of self medicating. So we talk about that more in our coaching on Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And during the week, we're sharing our food, all our tips and tricks, and sharing our wins, because a lot of big wins. It is beautiful to come together with women that are on fire around one of my favorite things, which is your personal movement practice. That's a whole energy. And I have a vision of over 1 million women with their gardens moving in the morning. You're looking for us, we're not available because we're somewhere having fun and really enjoying ourselves, right? So feel free to like, respect, if you like. You can respectfully comment. I don't have the only perspective. Feel free to subscribe if you find value. And I invite you to create positive support for yourself. Support works. What that has looked like for me over the years, I've always had a little portable DVD player that these girls were my friends, right? So they didn't complain. They're always ready to do a workout or talk about fruits and vegetables. And that's what I kept this company for many years as I was prepping my food or doing laundry, whatever, in my kitchen, right? So we may not think about it, we may not want to admit it, but everything that we're eating and looking at are sets of instructions. The food is instructions to your cells. What you're listening to is instructions, right? They can hype you up. What you're listening to spend more than you need. It can stimulate sadness. Some of our old tragic, which I love songs, which I can't listen to all the time because some of the stuff is messing with your emotions. They're constant instructions that we are. I know the popular term now is downloading. That's a real thing. You let me know what you think in the comments. All right. I'm inviting you to take a deep rest this evening, and hopefully I will see you in the morning. 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4:30 if you're coming in earlier to take advantage of journaling, deep breathing, relaxation, and coaching. And then 5 a.m. we get moving. T.I. Day said, should come here more often. Well, honey, as I was told many years ago, the company that you keep can make a greater or lesser person of you. That is also a type of consumption. The company you keep. And sometimes poor company could be your own company from what I call stinking thinking. A lot of times stinking thinking, you laying looking at the ceiling like, oh wow, I should get up, I should work out. I know I should work. And a half an hour or hours on going by of you ruminating, obsessing without getting into action. I like to get into action, even if it's imperfect. If you show up and you do something, then you have something a coach can give you feedback on. Trying is not doing. You do allow yourself, perhaps, I invite you, do imperfectly. Then you make progress when you get into action. The results are happening here, not just staying here in the realm of your mind, the endless real estate of your mind. Get out on the playing field. So hopefully I will see you in the morning. Have a deep rest so your body can repair itself. Cut the kitchen, close the kitchen, turn the lights out, place some flowers, saying I love you very much. Time to close the kitchen on the refrigerator. Time to rest and digest what you already ate. And I'll see you in the morning for a movement practice. See you soon.